I see you see me. That's what I like to see. No show, but I'm positive. Yo, I'm Anonymous Beanie Man, and now for short, and we about to watch this video by ZN4, bitch, called Caseoh Self-Destructive Fan Base. I'm so glad I say what comes to mind, because I said how I thought his fan base was trash. I hated how the punchline to every joke is his weight. Every single joke. Every single one. And that's the whole stream. Even the edited. Like, I watched both his streams and his videos. So, you know, his videos are compressed content. So, you know, you can only put so much in a fucking video. But the fact that there's still so much fat degrading content in his videos from his fan base, that's a whole nother thing. Fan base. Nigga, if you're a fan of me, you not gonna disrespect me, bitch. That's just what the fuck it is. I'm tired of people acting like niggas out here is really fans like that. Use separate terminology, nigga. I don't fucking know. All I know is I hate his fans. I'm using hate very loose here. I don't care about none of these niggas. I hate his fans, and that's my honest opinion, and I'm fine. I won't be when people watch this, though, because I'm pretty sure people gonna be like, fuck you! Y'all niggas need to slow roast in an air fryer, bitch. And yeah, fuck. I forgot to...
If you've been present on the internet for the past year, you've probably heard of the new biggest variety streamer, Caseoh. I don't want to do an entire introduction on him, there are many other videos that have done so already. But to say he's my personal favorite streamer at the moment would be...
And let me make this abundantly the fuck clear. Let me make this abundantly the fuck clear. I am not a fucking... What is it called? A fucking, like... white mom, a fucking prude, my nigga. I think fucked up shit is funny. Yeah, I think fact jokes can be funny. But when it's done every 5 seconds, every 1 minute, every 2-3 minutes, you really start to think the world is a fucking against you. It really changed my perception of the world.
Other streamers that
y'all need to watch his content.
Your Aiden Rosses, your Neons, just
no.
All of the brain rot that comes from the bad side of Twitch and just Kick in general. He just seems like an honest, real, chill guy.
Brain rot?
There's always something engaging to indulge in while you watch. And lastly, one of the best parts about his content is the humor. Now, Case is a variety streamer, yes, but there's a lot of things that he does that stays consistent in his stream as well, and you've most likely seen at least one of them when scrolling around TikTok or any other platform.
Loud-ass
he reacts to
doodle
media
truck
that his viewers submit through his Discord, which usually consists of ridiculous edited videos of him.
0 out of 10 edit, you're banned.
He answers to donation messages in which they compare him to a random character or object, and the comparisons are usually interesting.
I love you, Case. You light up my day, but you're shaped like wiener. Raisinrad. What? I am not shaped like a Ferris wheel!
And he plays Fall Guys on his PS5, with messages kept on, so any viewer can send him a message during that time, and it usually pops up on the screen saying...
Why the quality so bad? Wait!
I'm cutting the stream off! Are you kidding me?
Some people say it's repetitive, some people say it's getting old. That's honestly your free opinion to have.
It's all of that. It's repetitive. It got old. The first video, the first piece of content I consumed by this nigga, I didn't understand that that's his fan base. I didn't understand that. So I just thought niggas was being rude as fuck. And I was like, nigga, this is a turnoff. The fuck is I'm watching? But then, like, it's how he dealt with it that I found funny, and it kept me reeled in. So I kept watching him. And, you know, his reactions are funny. But you can tell this shit is... it does get annoying, and nigga, we're human, fuck.
But to me, it's some of the funniest stuff I've seen in a while. Maybe that's just me. But considering all the things I've just told you that causes said humor on his stream, you might have noticed that it all has one thing in common. He's always the butt of the joke. Now, before I continue with this video, I just want to clarify that all these reactions he does, all of the "you're banned" comments he makes to these jokes, it's all for stream retention. He's not actually annoyed. Caseoh is completely fine with this theme of humor that has developed around his stream, and the reason that I know this is from clips that I will show you as the video progresses. Now, with what I said before about Case being like a really chill, honest, and real guy, I would obviously enjoy his streams no matter what, but to deny that these jokes that he's got set up around his weight wasn't a massive push forward in his channel's popularity would just be lying. Let's be honest, we all love Case, but if these jokes weren't a thing, his popularity would grow nowhere near as it is right now. I guarantee most, if not all, of the clips that you've seen of the man are something about those jokes. The most popular one in mention is the "you're built like a 1x1 Lego piece" clip, which I can only imagine how many millions of people have seen that already. And Case,
I have
knowing
not.
that these jokes are obviously a big theme around his popularity and his Twitch channel, will most of the time encourage or almost set up the jokes to be said by
one by one? That is so descriptive. I would be up for days. I'd be up for days. 15, what the fuck?
will most of the time encourage or almost set up the jokes to be said by his viewers. To get the chat moving, you know what I mean? His chat will just consistently spam, of course, whenever either something is mentioned about his weight or even slightly paired to it, or even just something being big. The chat will just start
Fucking when he, y'all, I recommend his Granny series. That's why I played Granny. What was it? Every time the floor would creak, his chat said, "Of course."
spamming,
Hilarious.
of course. And what I mean by when he sets up these jokes, I think there was another good example of when he was reacting to media on his Discord. He said something along the lines of, "Imagine being the biggest living creature on Earth." I mean, come on. That was obviously a setup for something.
Imagine being the biggest living creature on Earth. You know what I mean? You don't have to imagine it, sadly. Yeah, you're banned.
This is where I begin to talk about the title of this video. These almost bait jokes that are made by Case in his stream are not uncommon. He routinely makes them in his stream just like all the other stuff he does. But in one case, he made a particular one in his stream that was screen recorded by one of his viewers and uploaded to TikTok. Except not in the format that Case's content is usually shown in, and I'll show you the video that they uploaded now.
Chat, I'm gonna say something real quick. And I'm gonna need y'all to understand this. I kind of want to like see if anybody else can relate to this problem I have. And this problem that I have is like I dread having to eat. It scares me. Because it's like when I gotta get something to eat, I'm like, man, you know, I wish I didn't have to.
That video completely blew up. When it came to me on my For You page personally, I saw the video like count at about 1 million.
I've never seen it, but it's real as fuck.
Completely sympathizing with him. And you can see that why this video was misinterpreted. You had the caption in the middle of the video, the big text saying "Case is so real." You had the sad music in the background. You had nothing else going on in the video apart from him talking about what could be perceived as a very serious problem. Although, if you were looking at his stream, you could very obviously tell that he was just setting up another one of these jokes. This became a massive thing on the internet in the span of a couple days, and it eventually got to the point where Case himself was made aware of this video being sent around. It was eventually put into his Discord, and then he addressed it himself on stream, just to clarify to everyone that he is okay, and I'll show the clip now.
I am not bullied, okay? I am 100%, 1,000,000% cool and encourage the jokes. First off, shout out to all the people who are legitimately concerned for my mental health. But there is a video that is going around of me saying I'm afraid to eat. Buddy, I smashed 5 Wendy's chicken sandwiches an hour ago. I'm not afraid to eat.
Okay. If you want to pig out, sure. But nigga, the thought of food, whenever I get in a certain state of mind, despises me. It's fucking disgusting when I have to think about eating something. Or when I think about the contents of what I'm eating. Or when I'm eating and it's in my mouth. And I realize I'm eating and I look down and I feel disgusted. It's like, what the fuck? Ew. Like, This is real shit. This is real shit. So, I mean, sure, fuck around, play. I don't give a fuck. I don't. But this is real shit, and I thought this nigga was being for real. Let me know when you need some Tums.
That was said in a joking manner. What do you mean we can tell? Shut up! Dude, I'm getting DMs. All those people DM me think I'm about to die. Like, I see people comment, and again, shout out to the people legitimately concerned. For real, shout out to you. But there were people commenting saying, you guys literally bullied Caseoh into an eating disorder. I ate 5 Wendy's chicken sandwiches before I started streaming.
Oh, he's for real.
I ain't afraid to eat nothing. We know, bro. You don't know that I ate 5 Wendy's chicken sandwiches. But anyway...
Case himself even sympathized here when he was saying things such as, shout out to everyone that was concerned about me and stuff like that. And yeah, I can completely understand why the video achieved the attention that it did. It wasn't only the format of it, but the relatability of what was being shown in the video. Eating disorders do exist. Unfortunately, some people can be afraid to eat, as he mentioned in the video. And it is a very serious problem, of course, and honestly, I can send nothing but love to everyone that suffers with something like that. But again, that is just simply not what he was getting at when he was making that.
My fault for pausing. But I can't explain the disgust. It's like not a usual, ew, that's nasty type of disgust. Not even like the same type of disgust you would see with a bug that you don't like. It's like, well, for me personally, it's like, it's making me sick thinking about it. It's like you see something so life-threatening and changing that you just want to just fall off the earth. That's what it feels like when I get like that. It's just like food is just so disgusting. It's so nasty, and I won't touch it for days after that.
Joke, and it's not what was actually entailed.
Hell, I won't even drink water. I need
everywhere. Now, you may think with this video being shown and then Case eventually responding to it himself.
I'm speaking on events from the past, not from recent time.
And confirming that he was fine, even going further to say that he encourages the jokes and extra things like that. You may think that the damage
McDonald's in the midst of a genocide is crazy.
Nothing can go on past this once everyone knows now that he's okay.
I hope this.
But unfortunately, that was not the case. The damage was already done. Unfortunately, this is just the way the internet works sometimes. The videos where they were showing out of context Case clips where he was saying just normal things and normal jokes, but it was taken out of context to make it seem like he was sad, was getting way more views and way more attention than the videos that, of course, were saying he's actually okay, and him saying himself that he was actually okay. He gave a couple of people the message that he was fine with it, but it didn't reach everyone. And this began to cause a clash when it came to Caseoh's internet presence full stop. If you were scrolling around on the internet and seen a random Case clip, you'd be looking in the comments and there would be a lot of stuff. There would be fat jokes, there would be stuff saying, I actually really love Case's content. There would be stupid copy pastas. But in the past, where you would usually see a Caseoh post, and there would be in the comments a fat joke about him, everyone would usually be replying and laughing and making their own. Instead, because of the video that was shown to a lot of people, and because of the fact that not all of them were shown that Case was actually okay, they began to attack the other side of the fanbase. Instead of people replying with other jokes, they were instead replying in defense of Case, even though he didn't need this defense, because he clarified that he was okay.
Yeah, hopping on the internet to defend anybody is crazy. Don't ever waste your time with that bullshit. But it's interesting that there's people like that out there, and we appreciate y'all, you know, us content creators. But because do I want to rant about this? This video is getting long as fuck. To a certain degree, I understand being okay with the jokes, this, that, and the third, right? It's not going to affect me regardless, because this is not my fan base. Caseoh doesn't know me. He will never see me a day in his fucking shit fucking the goddamn. So this is what I'm going to say to that. Niggas do too much, and niggas get real comfortable. And in that comfort, they get real disrespectful. The lines is blurred between comedy and disrespect here. That's what the disconnect for me is. I don't know. That's just me though.
Of course, there are going to be many levels when I say the term coming to defense. There would be some people saying, can we please not make these jokes about him? He's very self-conscious. There would be some people saying, you're a loser, I can't believe that you would make this joke, I hate you. And of course, the third stage, the internet being the internet, some people would reply with very not wishing that you were alive type of sentences, if you know what I mean by that. And in a fan base that completely stems off of the fact that Case is used as this comedic punch bag, and then his fans getting punished by other fans
I want some dinosaur
for
nuggets.
making jokes about him being a punching bag, do you see where the problem begins to stem? For this period of time after this video was made, because everyone didn't see his response, his fan base had an almost civil war inside of comment sections quite literally everywhere, mostly TikTok, when it came to jokes about Case. But again, even though I mentioned earlier that it seemed like the damage had already been done, like most little internet spike-ups of drama, it all eventually started to just brush over. That was until, a little while later, he booted up a
There is so much clutter. When it comes to cleaning your Mac, SmartScan.
He booted up a TikTok live stream in his RV and announced that he was going to be going to Jinxie's house. Everyone was really excited about this. Case had never done any in real life content before, and Jinxie is another streamer with a big audience, so the stream was bound to do well. But the 4-hour stream that became of that trip isn't the only thing that Case took part in when he visited Jinxie's house. They also recorded together the first episode of the Jinxie podcast. Seems harmless, right? A lot of people, including myself, loves podcasts, and we got to learn a lot more about our favourite streamer. He even in the podcast spoke about that out of context video I just mentioned, and once again clarified that everything was fine.
Do like the constant jokes like about like your weight, do they ever like affect you in any way at all?
No, and here recently, I think you've probably seen it too. There was a clip of going around of me saying I was afraid to eat and stuff like that.
Yep, I saw that.
And there was a whole lot of people, and again, genuine, thanks, and I genuinely appreciate the people that are concerned, thinking it was real. But no, absolutely not. I am the for anybody that is concerned if it gets to me or not. I'm literally the happiest. I you see me, I encourage the jokes. You know what I mean? But a fat joke or something like that would absolutely never get to me. Maybe when I was younger, you know what I mean? But like now, it's like it's a joke. And even if somebody isn't joking, it's like I really don't care. You know what I mean?
But as per usual, just as everything on the internet begins to brush over, something else blossoms anew. Because eventually when the podcast was uploaded to YouTube, a bunch of clips obviously started being distributed of it, but a lot of people that looked over the video noticed something inside of it that eventually became another massive deal on the internet. The shirt pool. During both the stream and the podcast, Case had a noticeable habit of pulling on his shirt continuously. Although I completely looked past this at the time, with the clips that were shown on TikTok with the same feel as the...
Admittedly, I noticed it, but admittedly, it was pissing me off. But coming from a former big back, nigga, it's hard not to. My titties was bulging out. They was as big as Nicki's. Fuck. So this is real as fuck. I don't. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
So real video.
And I know about 85% of you motherfuckers can't even see your fucking genitalia when you look down. Can you see your pubic pad? I think the fuck not.
I'm aware that this habit somewhat ties to someone that is self-conscious about the way their body looks due to their weight. I honestly really didn't know how to feel about this one. I was never an overweight kid, but I would say I was a chubby kid, and wearing a shirt to the pool because you don't really like the way that all of that looks down there, I completely understand that in a certain way, and the action of pulling the shirt was obviously coming from a lot of people from personal experience that were saying, I do this because of the way I feel. So you obviously weren't going to argue against what they felt about the situation.
But he's not doing it like actively thinking that. It's like a subconscious mannerism that you just do.
It was just another case.
Subconscious mannerism. Fuck. That would mean he is bothered to an extent. It's a mannerism though, so it's like something you kind of can't control. It's something you pick up over time.
of seeing how Case react.
Like me, my fault, I'm pausing hella bad. Like me, when I lost a hella weight from a mixture of things, I stopped pulling my clothes. I stopped all that shit. I don't even know what my size is anymore because I wear big ass old shit.
To all of these videos and seeing whether he would address this again or not. And luckily, in the following stream after he came home from Jinxie's house, he again saw all of the clips that went all over TikTok because, like the last video, they blew up.
Is this new?
And addressed the situation again.
I wanna play.
And luckily, we were given this answer. Right, so I'm halfway through editing this video, and I'm getting to the point where I'm like gathering all the clips for the overlay, and I've just realized that I literally cannot find this clip for the life of me. But rest assured that Case in a random stream, the stream after that he came home from the podcast, there is a point where he says in his stream, I was only pulling on my shirt because it was hot. And this is honestly a genuine, completely reasonable thing to believe because Jinxie lives in Florida. He seemed very red. He seemed very hot. So was Jinxie as well. He explains that in the clip as well. I just can't find it. I'm sorry. It's out there somewhere. Honestly. There's no point in lying about this. And I said it about the last video, and I'll say it again. I completely understand that all of this concern is coming from a place of heart. No one's actually hating on Case in any situation here. The only battles are the ones happening inside of his own fan base. All of these people's insistence on interacting and making these clips of Case is obviously coming from a place of heart. At least most of them, you would think, relate to these things that Case are saying, out of context or not, because they've also struggled with weight, and all of the jokes around Case revolve around his weight. So they're obviously just saying these things and making these things because they care. Which is why I encourage, and I think it's completely fine to care and be worried about someone if you've related to the thing that you believe that they are going through. But if they have claimed on 2 separate occasions, if not more than that, that they are completely fine, my honest and wholehearted suggestion is that you can't take their word.
I'm watching this nigga Caseoh throw this Wii remote like that. You cannot stand you can't be nowhere near this motherfucker. That is a heavy-handed nigga. Oh shit, you can move forward.
Case's clarification that he has given to us that he is okay is all that we can work off of, and I honestly believe him. There is zero point in arguing with another person in the comments section after they make a joke, which that joke is related to the humor around Case's stream. There's just no point arguing with them about that, because you both enjoy watching the same person. This is just a random little thing that I wanted to bring to light, because yeah, Case is one of my favorite content creators.
I need somebody to play this with.
And to see that his fan base is almost just in a little clashing state constantly now with TikTok comments and interaction with his content in general, it's just a little bit sad to see. And I just wanted to put out this video as an almost message to just say, if you enjoy Case as a streamer, let's just all enjoy Case as a streamer. Hopefully people that see this video that haven't seen the clips where he's clarified that he's fine and defend them on TikTok are now being educated about what is actually the case, ironically, and they can now just begin to enjoy his streams normally. A lot of people need to do a lot more research before they start leaving hateful comments to people that are also the fans of the same person that you enjoy watching. But of course, that anyone that was concerned about him, I completely understand your reasoning and relatability, and I have utmost respect for that. In case, if you ever somehow see this video by chance, and you ever truly
he's getting sappy. But yeah, no, that I'm saying, like he said, it's up to the viewer. Like me personally, okay, now that I understand that there's 2 different sides of his fan base, supporter base, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm the half of his viewership that would never make any comments about his weight, even if he made the opening for it. I would do that for myself because I still dabble in self-deprecating humor because that fear of somebody doing it before me. But nobody ever talks about me in public because niggas just don't give a fuck about anybody else like that. And if they're disrespectful, then they're just fucking duds. But now that I understand that there's two different types of niggas here, I still don't give a fuck. I'ma enjoy watching my queso while eating dino nuggies dipped in queso. 2024 mixtape, bitch, Campfire Stories EP releases in April, before winter's over. Late winter 2024 April EP Campfire Stories. Yeah, what's up? Oh shit. That's what I get for talking all that shit. But yeah, this was, wow, I've been recording for 3 hours. I forgot what I was gonna say. Pseudonyms, pseudonyms. Before you go, just tell people how you move. Show them I fuck with you, fucking with me. Be back here anywhere else I might be at, and I'll be here waiting for your return. There's a garbage truck outside, and that big dirty bitch is loud as fuck. I appreciate you for doing the job that nobody else wants to fucking do, but if you can turn your truck on low volume, please, goddamn it, shit. It's like niggas do shit on purpose just to piss you the fuck off. Audie. Danny Hay. Out of this world, 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 out of this world. It's random as hell, can I brace for it? Don't know when I became super starstruck. Out of this world, 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 out.